Hey everyone! Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. Your support truly means the world. It all began on a Friday evening that seemed completely ordinary at first. A night I assumed we would spend like so many others, relaxed and enjoying each other's company. Yet there was an uneasiness in the air I couldn't ignore. Lauren had been distant for weeks. Her smiles felt forced, her laughter came late, and her attention was always somewhere else. Texts went unanswered for hours, and our conversations felt empty. At first I blamed stress or work exhaustion, telling myself it was just a phase, but that night her restlessness became impossible to miss. I sensed she was hiding something she was about to act on, and I would have no way to stop it. Soon enough, I learned the truth. She had made a choice that shook me deeply. Lauren decided to meet another man, believing a brief fling would give her the excitement, thrill, or happiness she felt was missing from our relationship. She later called it a small adventure. But when she confessed, I saw the excitement she expected had already shifted into something else, a quiet anxiety, a nervous energy that revealed both guilt and anticipation. My stomach dropped as the realization settled in. The trust, the years, the life we had built together were all threatened by one impulsive decision she thought would bring happiness. When she came home that night, I could immediately tell something had changed. Her usual confidence was replaced by tension in her movements, hesitation in her steps, and brief flashes of panic in her eyes. She had imagined returning triumphant, believing I wouldn't notice or might even admire her boldness. Instead, she was met with calm, composed silence. My presence alone reflected disappointment, hurt, and quiet authority. The atmosphere shifted instantly. The air, once filled with easy conversation and laughter, grew heavy with unspoken truths and the weight of her actions. I didn't confront her right away. I didn't shout, demand answers, or lash out in anger. I let her feel the consequences on her own. Every glance, every nervous gesture, and every forced smile only deepened the impact of what she had done. She assumed she could control the narrative, frame the night as harmless fun, and walk away untouched. She quickly realized it was no longer a game. My calm observation forced her to face the truth. Her choices carried consequences far greater than she had imagined, and they arrived immediately. Regret hit her like a physical blow. She had expected excitement, maybe even satisfaction, but instead she faced a stark reality. The thrill vanished, replaced by shame, fear, and rising panic. I stayed quiet, letting composure speak where words were unnecessary. Every steady movement and calm glance reflected the seriousness of her actions. The fleeting pleasure she had imagined was gone, leaving only consequences. She understood she had underestimated both the weight of her decision and the strength of the person she had hurt. She tried to speak, offering explanations to soften the moment, but every word fell flat. The confidence she had carried into the night disappeared, replaced by anxiety and the realization that nothing could undo what had happened. Her impulsive attempt at excitement had backfired completely, leaving her pale, trembling, and speechless. I saw panic in her eyes, embarrassment she never anticipated, and the realization that no thrill could erase betrayal or lost trust. The humiliation was immediate and undeniable. She had imagined a secret adventure that would leave her feeling powerful and desired. Instead, she faced a harsh, quiet truth. Actions have consequences, and some mistakes strike harder than expected. I didn't need to raise my voice or make accusations. My calm, steady presence conveyed the disappointment, pain, and authority the moment demanded. The contrast between her expectations and reality left her stunned and deeply aware of her mistake. Finally I spoke, my voice controlled and deliberate, each word carrying weight. "You thought this would make you happy," I said, pausing so the meaning could settle. "But happiness built on deceit is never real, and consequences come quickly." Her lips parted, but no response came. She had believed she could manage the outcome, manipulate emotions, and return to normal without facing the truth. Instead, she stood before patience, calm authority, and honesty. By the end of the night, Lauren was silent. Her search for excitement had backfired, leaving her humiliated, regretful, and reflective. She finally understood that no temporary pleasure could replace the trust, respect, and love we had built over the years. My measured response made the consequences unmistakable. She was exposed, confronted, and reminded of accountability. For the first time, she saw that impulsive choices carry weight and true strength lies in facing their consequences. That night marked a turning point for us. Lauren's impulsive decision and instant regret became a lesson we would never forget. The shock, silence, and humiliation reshaped our dynamic, forcing her to face her actions and their impact, and I learned that strength isn't found in anger or confrontation, but in patience, calm authority, and allowing someone to face the full cost of their mistakes, the beginning of my downfall. I lost everything that night, not just a husband, but the man who truly loved me before I knew how to value it. And the cruelest part is that he never raised his hand, his voice, or his revenge. He simply walked away. And that silence destroyed me most.